Europe, in the year zero, does not exist as we know it. There are no countries, no flags, no passports, no France, no Germany, no Italy, not even the idea of them. If you dropped a modern map onto a table in year zero, most people wouldn't understand what it's showing. Because for them, identity isn't national, it's local. It's tribal. It's the village, the valley, the river, the clan. And here's the key. Europe is not one world. It's two different Europes living side by side. In the south, you have the most powerful empire the continent has ever seen, Rome. Stone cities, written law, roads that cut through mountains, armies that can march for weeks and still arrive organized. But north of that world is a completely different Europe. Forests, scattered settlements, warrior cultures, and dozens of peoples Rome calls barbarians. Not because they're weak, because they don't live by Roman rules. This episode is the starting line. Because the story of Europe isn't the story of countries yet. It's the story of an empire trying to hold a continent together and the forces that will eventually tear it apart. Now, when we say year zero, we should be honest. Most people in Europe have no idea what year it is. The idea of a single shared calendar is not normal yet. Most people measure time by harvests, winters, and rulers. During the reign of this king, before the great flood, after the hard winter. And daily life is not glamorous. Most Europeans live in small communities. Most work the land. Most will never travel far from where they were born. Cities exist, but they're rare outside the Roman world. And if you're not protected by an empire, travel is slow, dangerous, and uncertain. So when you picture Europe in year zero, don't picture castles and knights. That comes later. Picture a continent where forests dominate, rivers are highways, and power is personal. And then picture Rome, a machine built to organize and control all of it. By the year zero, the most powerful force in Europe is the Roman Empire. Rome is not just strong, it is organized. This matters more than raw power. Roman authority stretches across the Mediterranean coastline and deep into Europe itself. From the Iberian Peninsula, across Gaul, through Italy, Greece, and into the Balkans. What holds this vast territory together is not just the army, it's infrastructure. Roman roads are paved with stone. They are built straight, cutting through forests and mountains. They allow soldiers to move faster than any enemy. Roman cities follow a plan. Forums, baths, temples, and marketplaces shape daily life. And Roman law is written down, not remembered, not negotiated, but enforced. But this order comes at a cost. Roman society is brutally unequal. Slavery is everywhere. A small elite controls land, wealth, and politics. If you are rich, Rome is comfortable. If you are poor, Rome is unforgiving. Still, compared to the uncertainty beyond its borders, Rome offers something rare in ancient Europe: predictability. And predictability is power. At the center of this empire is one man, Augustus. Officially, Rome still calls itself a republic. In practice, that system is already dead. Augustus holds power by controlling the army, the treasury, and political life itself. Opposition exists, but only where he allows it. This period is known as the Pax Romana, the Roman peace. But peace does not mean freedom. It means order enforced by force. Rome is calm not because conflict is gone, but because it is suppressed. And history shows us something important. Empires rarely fall when they are weak. They fall when they are confident. North of Rome's borders, Europe changes dramatically. Here, there are no paved roads stretching across continents, no massive cities, no unified law. Instead, Europe is a patchwork of peoples. Germanic tribes dominate the forests of Central and Northern Europe. Celtic societies still exist in the West. Early Slavic groups live further east. These societies are not chaotic. They are built around family loyalty, reputation, and warfare. Power is personal. Leadership must be earned and maintained. Rome calls these people barbarians, not because they are savage, but because they do not speak Latin or follow Roman customs. From Rome's perspective, these lands are dangerous, unpredictable, and tempting. From the tribal perspective, Rome is rich, arrogant, and threatening. This tension between imperial order and tribal independence will define Europe's future. Religion in Europe at year zero is everywhere and nowhere unified. Most Europeans worship many gods: gods of war, gods of harvest, gods of rivers, forests, and ancestors. Religion is local, flexible, deeply tied to daily life. Rome adopts gods from conquered peoples rather than destroying them. Religion is political, a tool of unity. But in the eastern provinces of the empire, something new exists. A small religious movement begins among Jewish communities. At this moment, it has no buildings, no political power, no influence in Europe. Rome barely notices it. This movement will eventually reshape the entire continent. But in year zero, it is almost invisible. Year zero is not dramatic. No empire falls, no new world begins. But it is the starting position. Rome is strong. Europe is divided. The future is invisible. Within the next 500 years, Rome will collapse, Christianity will rise, tribal societies will form kingdoms, Europe will be transformed. But none of that makes sense unless you understand Europe before the change. This moment is the calm before the storm.